Now on Coast TV News.
After a storm-free 2024, 2025 is looking to start with a snowstorm.
Fenwick Island plans to regulate noise levels in town, changes officials are looking to make.
And it was a chilly, windy day on Delmarva, but we are tracking some active weather over the next 4. Snow, ice, Arctic air, and perhaps our first plowable snowstorm of the season. My full forecast is coming up.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Snow making its way to the coast. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Those snowblowers, love to see them. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with snow on the horizon and what you need to know.
Let's take you to the coast first. If conditions hold, some serious snow could blanket us starting Sunday night. And DelDOT is preparing. Check this out. This is the new salt barn on Route 1 in Lewis, just south of the 5 Points intersection. DelDOT is currently filling it with 300 tons of salt. And we also spoke with people in Lewis who were prepping for the storm.
I'm looking for the the snowplow markings for my lawn, and then I'm going to hop over to the supermarket and try and get a head start on and beat everybody else and get some food for the next 5 days.
DelDOT also encourages everyone, make sure you have windshield wiper fluid, an ice scraper, and an emergency kit in your cars. Good reminder for all of us, Charlie.
It is a good reminder, and as we take a live look outside into the Ocean City area, it is time to talk about weather, not just this weekend's, but what's going on today as well. Our first alert meteorologist, Chris Mastrobuono, on hand here. Chris, what are you expecting?
Hey there, Charlie. Well, we are looking pretty quiet right now across Delmarva. Beautiful sky across the area, all thanks to some high cirrus clouds. We still dealt with those strong winds today. In fact, we had wind gusts 40, 45 miles an hour. Now, we have a winter weather advisory to our north. Now, this is not associated with the storm system that we're discussing for Sunday into Monday. This is going to be a clipper system that moves through tomorrow evening. You could see winter weather advisories for portions of Kent County, Newcastle County, as well as northern portions of the eastern shore. This is going to be between about, say, 3 o'clock tomorrow to 10. Those areas could pick upwards of 2 inches of snow. Now, for Sussex County and points south, we could be dealing with a coating up to an inch as that system makes its way through. Now, that area of low pressure is all the way out in the plains right now. You can see, doesn't look like much now. The bigger storm system, Sunday into Monday, that system is making its presence felt across the Pacific Northwest, and that area of low pressure is going to come ashore, push across the east, and really blossom into quite a significant storm system. Now, that sneaky snow tomorrow could make for a slick evening Friday. Again, a couple of coating to an inch possible in areas, and that significant storm system rolls in Sunday night through Monday. Some mixing at the coast is possible, where we could see some sleet and freezing rain mixing in there, and that Arctic air will be sticking around in full force. Once the snow falls, it's not going to be going anywhere because temperatures are going to barely get above the freezing mark as we push into next week. As far as your evening plans, we're looking dry with clear skies. Temperatures falling eventually in the upper 20s. We'll talk more about that significant storm system coming up. My full forecast here in just a few moments.
Chris, and here is a few tips on how to protect your home during storms. Experts say to service your heating system, protect your plumbing, and to clean any gutters and downspouts. For a full list of tips, visit our Coast TV website, coasttv.com.
And Coast TV News is your source for all of your winter storm coverage. During the storm, we'll be on TV, on coasttv.com, our apps, and multiple times on our radio stations, so please be sure to stay with us.
And wouldn't you know it, all this brings us into our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how do you prepare for snow?
Let's take a look at the results so far. Take a look at your screen and you can see 62% of people do nothing. 22% bring out shovels, 4% salt their driveways, and 12% stock up on groceries. Well, those are all good I don't know if do nothing is a good option, but it's an option.
It's just, hope that it works out there. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do that. Go to coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
With the names of those killed and hurt during a New Year's Day truck attack in New Orleans still coming in, the city is delicately getting back to business. The ramming incident by a 42-year-old Army veteran from Texas is being called the deadliest attack on U.S. soil using a weaponized vehicle since the database began tracking such incidents in 2006. And as Ivan Rodriguez explains, the area where it happened could soon fill up with hundreds of pedestrians this evening.
Sanitation crews in New Orleans had a grim task before sunrise today, turning a horrific crime scene back into a public street.
We were able to remove our victims, identify them, and notify their families. Real reverence. They mattered.
Louisiana's governor toured Bourbon Street early this morning. The parish has been under a state of emergency since Wednesday.
Right now in the city of New Orleans, there is an unprecedented amount of law enforcement resources that are being utilized to close out and to hunt down and to finalize this investigation.
This was an act of terrorism.
The FBI on Thursday confirming an ISIS-inspired connection.
He posted several videos to an online platform proclaiming his support for ISIS. Additionally, he stated he had joined ISIS before this summer.
And it appears now he acted alone.
We do not assess at this point that anyone else is involved in this attack except for Shamsa Din Jabbar.
This hour, Canal and Bourbon Streets are once again open, hosting thousands of people in the city for today's Sugar Bowl and evening celebrations. The city's mayor offering this assurance.
The city of New Orleans is not only ready for game day today, but we're ready to continue to host large-scale events in our city because we are built to host at every single turn.
In New Orleans, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
Meanwhile, in Texas, law enforcement agents searched a Houston home this morning in connection with the case. A neighbor of Jabbar's told reporters he saw Jabbar load a white truck in front of his Houston home with, quote, light stuff on Tuesday morning. He also appears to have also posted listings for guns and ammunition on a firearm sales website.
And football fans are not letting yesterday's attack keep them from enjoying the Sugar Bowl. The area around the Superdome was packed ahead of kickoff, which was pushed back from Wednesday night to this afternoon. The University of Georgia Bulldogs facing off against the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. That's happening right now. Fans who traveled to Louisiana for the game say they feel safe in spite of yesterday's violence.
In terms of like public safety, I had no concerns. I figure it's probably the safest place to be right now anywhere around here. Plus, you don't want to let the terrorists win.
Additionally, the Super Bowl is scheduled to take place in February in New Orleans. No official plans have been made or changed regarding that event.
And we're learning more new details tonight about the man linked to the rented Tesla Cybertruck that exploded outside of a Trump hotel in Las Vegas Wednesday. Law enforcement sources say Matthew Allen Livelsberger was a U.S. Army Green Beret. He has not been publicly identified by the FBI. Officials say he was on active duty in Germany but on leave at the time that car exploded. The sheriff in Vegas said there were gas cans and fireworks in the Tesla before it blew up there. Now, the explosion bore some general similarities to the attack in New Orleans. Authorities are investigating both attacks but have not linked them.
Both of the subjects served at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. What we do know about that is it's a very large military base, and we have no record that they served in the same unit or even at the same years at Fort Bragg.
And both attacks involved a symbolic target on New Year's Day, a truck rented through the website Turo, and a suspect with a military background.
Tomorrow, the House votes to elect a speaker for the new Congress. If Congressman Mike Johnson keeps his gavel, he will have the narrowest House majority in nearly 100 years. Republicans won 220 House seats in the November election. Democrats won 215. But the partisan breakdown could actually be 217 to 215. That's because two GOP lawmakers are expected to join the Trump administration, and GOP Representative Matt Gaetz is not planning to return to Congress.
Heading back to the coast now, the Fenwick Island Town Council is looking to add new noise regulations. Let's break it down for you. The town is considering expanding quiet hours. Right now, that's midnight to 8. But this new proposal means you got to get quieter earlier, starting at 10 p.m. That's when you would need a permit to play any type of loud music outside the home, and police, using equipment that measures decibel levels, would be able to fine people that are frankly being too loud. Now, one local thinks these changes are more in line with the vibe of the area.
Fenwick is definitely anchored in the notion of quiet, family-oriented community. Ocean City is more adventurous and more into entertainment.
The Fenwick Council will have a hearing on this proposal Friday, so if you live in Fenwick and want to weigh in, that is the meeting you need to go to.
Having a rough week? Well, why don't you cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. Sign up now for free at coasttv.com/signup. Still to come, Rosenfeld's Jewish Deli making a comeback in Ocean City when the beloved deli will make its return to the town, and new offerings that you can look forward to.
Well, we have Arctic air moving into Delmarva this weekend, setting the stage for significant snowfall Sunday through Monday, but we have a little nuisance system to get through tomorrow night in the form of some snow. I'll break it all down in my full forecast here in minutes.
First, we meet a Milford man known as Mr. Positive, the veteran spreading kindness with spontaneous acts that can change lives and create unforgettable moments. Up next.
Spruce up your home with H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke and make this Christmas one to remember. Enjoy our huge in-stock selection with prompt delivery and 12-month interest-free financing available. Try our full range of Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress brand. Relax in our Lazy Boy Motion Furniture Gallery. Browse our full line of appliances like Speed Queen and trust our professional and experienced installation and service team. Make your home a reflection of you. Merry Christmas from H&H Furniture and Appliances.
Pete went to the dentist. He showed them a black spot that he noticed inside his cheek. The dentist said it was probably nothing. Maybe he just bit his cheek and got a blood blister. Months went by, Pete wasn't feeling well, and another doctor told him that black spot was cancer. The dentist had failed to diagnose the cancer when it was most treatable. Failing to diagnose is one of the most common types of malpractice cases. If you or a family member have been the victim of medical carelessness, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
Since 1925, Avery Hall has been the go-to insurance agency for those who want quality service with a personal touch. Our unique consultative approach is all about you. Our agents take the time to understand your specific needs and craft coverage that protects your assets and offers peace of mind, whether it's employee benefits, individual, or business insurance. Avery Hall isn't just an insurance agency. We are a cornerstone of Delmarva and are committed to supporting and protecting the communities we call home. Avery Hall, insurance solutions for today's world. Ring in 2025 with a new roof from Spicer Brothers. Right now, get 20% off materials, plus save 25% on your entire roofing project. Our expert team is dedicated to providing unmatched customer service and quality craftsmanship. It's the perfect time to upgrade your home and start the year strong. So don't miss out on the 2025 savings with 20% off materials and 25% off your entire roofing project. Visit SpicerBros.com or call now to schedule your free consultation. Make Spicer Brothers your New Year's resolution because you deserve the best.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
They say positivity is contagious, and for one Milford man, it's actually kind of become his whole nickname. They call him Mr. Positive. In this week's Coastal Connections, Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken introduces us to the man whose generosity knows no bounds.
This is Chaplain Al Kraft, but to hundreds of people who've met him, like the Tremuta brothers, he's Mr. Positive.
When he walks in, everybody kind of cheers a little bit.
Nicholas Tremuta is a lifeguard at the YMCA, but he's got big dreams. Nicholas and his brothers are starting a residential construction business, and when he told Kraft that one day while at the pool, the chaplain hopped into action.
And he said, "All right, well, I'm gonna go look for a truck for you guys." And then a few hours later, I had a picture on my phone.
Chaplain Kraft found not one, but 2 trucks, gifted to Nicholas and his younger brother Matthew, paid for through something called the Positive Eagles SOAR program.
It was all very sudden. He's a very, how do I put this? He likes to do things spontaneously.
They touch me. And I'm a Marine, and I don't get touched much like that. I'm very proud of them.
Helping people is kind of Chaplain Kraft's thing.
Americanism is kindness.
At 78 years old, Kraft, a disabled veteran himself, has managed to help more than 100 of his fellow disabled veterans with free electric wheelchairs and various kinds of aid. And for every person he helps, he hands out an American flag, specially folded by the Honor Guard at the Dover Air Force Base.
This flag means so much of what you can achieve under it if you want to.
On this day, Chaplain Kraft wanted to surprise his favorite barbershop with a little red, white, and blue.
But I want to give y'all here, this is for y'all store. You hear me?
Because helping others is just in his blood.
So it's not years that you remember, it's moments. Never the years, it's the moment.
And whether it's gifting trucks, wheelchairs, flags, or just a helping hand, Mr. Positive is a master of making the moment.
I feel good!
For Coastal Connections, I'm Emma Aiken.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
New year, new bath. Bring in 2025 with big savings from Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Right now, get 20% off all upgrades, plus save 25% on your entire bathroom project. Baths by Spicer Brothers can bring your vision to life with safe and accessible tub-to-shower conversions.
Our factory-certified team guarantees 5-star professional installation completed in as little as 1 day.
Call today and save 20% off all upgrades and 25% off your entire bathroom project.
Baths by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
I would never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
These hands care for the herd. My hands need to be tough and sensitive. When my hands are dry and cracking, it's hard to do my job. That's why I use O'Keeffe's.
It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief.
And if it works for these hands, it'll work for yours.
Also try our new hand and body lotion.
Mondays at 5 on Big 1077. It's time to huddle up and talk football.
We're talking touchdowns, tackles, and everything in between. From game-changing plays to the latest news around the league.
We'll take a deep dive into all of the plays that made a difference.
We'll see you in the end zone.
Catch the End Zone, Mondays at 5 on Big 1077. Sponsored by Tyndall's Casual Furniture and North Star Heating and Air Conditioning.
The lucky redhead who missed getting mowed down in the New Orleans terror attack. And did he act alone? Or did he have accomplices? Next in Sun Edition.
Today at 5:30 on Coast TV.
Somebody's having a night tonight.
I love this wheel. Thursday at 7 on Coast TV.
At All Mobility, we keep you moving. Whether it's wheelchair accessible vans, scooters, home ramps, or lift chairs, we've got the perfect mobility solution for you. Our experts will help customize options to fit your needs and lifestyle so you can stay independent and active. Scooters, ramps, vans, and more. Get moving with All Mobility. Come see us today or schedule a home consultation. allmobilitystore.com.
Listen to Big 1077, Delmarva's classic rock station.
Well, if you've been anxiously awaiting a snowstorm, you're going to like the forecast. If you're a fan of the warmer weather, you're not really going to like the forecast here, really, for the next 2 weeks, as we're going to be dealing with some bitterly cold air in addition to those snow chances. A gorgeous look here from Laurel. Sunset at 4:51, temperature 37. Winds are beginning to relax themselves after yet another breezy day, and we will see clear skies through the evening and overnight as temperatures eventually dip into the upper 20s. You can see temperatures right now are holding in the mid to upper 30s. Winds out of the west-northwest, still gusting upwards of 15 to 25 miles an hour. We did have some gusts up to 35 to 40 earlier today, but those winds are going to be calming through the evening and overnight. You can see just dealing with a few high clouds, some snow showers, some lake effect snow streaming there. This area of low pressure out through portions of Iowa and Missouri, that is going to give us some snow tomorrow night, but the main system is making itself present here in the Pacific Northwest. That area of low pressure is going to come ashore and eventually develop into our winter storm. Now, we do have gale warnings up through 1 a.m. for the Delaware coast, and we do have small craft advisory up through the bay. That is through 1 a.m. Now, the winter weather advisory, Newcastle County as well as the eastern shore, that is for tomorrow night for potentially up to 2 inches up there. I do think we will see some snow work into portions of Delmarva tomorrow night. Mostly clear night, again, upper 20s to lower 30s. Tomorrow, we start the day with a few breaks in the clouds. We quickly cloud up, and then there's that rain and snow moving in after about 3 o'clock. You can see it here on Futurecast, moving in right around dinner time. Starts off as rain and then quickly changes to snow. So a burst of snow likely by about 6, 7 o'clock could accumulate up to a coating to an inch before it pushes off the coast by around 8, 9 o'clock. And then it is just bitterly cold as we work into Saturday. In fact, wind chills Saturday and Sunday will be in the teens Saturday morning and Sunday morning, setting the stage for that winter storm. So we're at 33 Saturday, a windy day, and then Sunday, in fact, we could see sunshine starting Sunday, but then by Sunday night into Monday, snow rolls in, first plowable snowfall of the season, a period of heavy snow for most of Delmarva, but we could be dealing with some mixing issues at the coast. So Futurecast shows the snow, really this model really slower with the arrival of the snow overnight Sunday into early Monday. By Monday morning, 8, 9 o'clock, it is virtually snowing everywhere. And then as we work into midday Monday, you notice that rain snow line working up through Salisbury, up through the Delaware coast, and then we see it transition back to snow and then tapers off by Monday night. So mainly thinking right now, mostly snow from say the eastern shore through Seaford, right through Milford, as well as Lewis, and then points south and east of that could be dealing with that period of sleet and freezing rain. Your umbrella winner is Lynn Hennessy of Lewis, Delaware, and your Paul Davis 7A, that bitterly cold weekend, setting the stage, and then with the snowpack on the ground, temperatures, well, look at that, not even getting above the freezing mark through most of next week.
Chris, thank you. Rosenfeld's Jewish Deli is making a comeback in Ocean City. It was in September that Rosenfeld's closed its business on 63rd Street. The beloved deli has partnered, though, with Trifecta Hospitality Group, the parent company of Schmegel's Bagels at 82nd Street. Now, Rosenfeld says this new venture will include Schmegel's signature bagels and coffee, but add Rosenfeld's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The revamped business is set to open May 1st.
2025 marked a major milestone for the Dover Police Department. Officers celebrating 100 years. The department was first established in 1925. In a post to Facebook, officials say, quote, each decade has brought new advancements and changes, but our core mission has remained steadfast to protect and serve with honor, end quote.
Coming up, 2024 saw thousands of stores shutting their doors. Which retailers were hit the hardest? Stay tuned on CoastTV News at 5.
Give your backyard a cozy enhancement with patio systems in Lewis, Delaware. Integrity is the pillar of our craft, with quality craftsmanship to transform your yard or deck into a custom oasis, providing you comfort all year round. Take control of the elements with the Shore's best selection of pergolas, retractable awnings, screen and glass enclosures, and a wide selection of modern decking and railing systems personalized your way. For exceptional workmanship at reasonable prices, contact Patio Systems, your backyard living specialist. Locally owned and operated since 2001.
Sponsored by Patio Systems, where integrity is the pillar of our craft.
Through Monday only at Johnny Janasek. Take an extra 15% off our everyday low prices or choose 0% APR for 60 months. The time for new is now. Savings are extended through Monday only at Johnny Janasek.
DSN Plus is more energy, extra live games and on-demand replays, anytime, anywhere. DSN Plus is more hype. From playoff matchups in unified football to marching band showcases, we highlight what makes Delmarva unique. DSN Plus is more hometown pride. We go wherever our teams go, with up to 5 live games every weeknight. DSN is still free on air and cable, but get even more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
The excellence of driving a Buick is matched by the excellence of the dealership experience when you own a Buick. Buick. Exceptional by design.
Get 0.9% APR. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get $3,000 purchase allowance on Encore GX models. That's 10% below MSRP.
Through Monday only at Johnny Janasic. Take an extra 15% off our everyday low prices or choose 0% APR for 60 months. The time for new is now. Savings are extended through Monday only at Johnny Janasic.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us. Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
2024 was a bad year for major U.S. retailers. According to CoreSite research, more than 7,300 stores closed. That's an increase of 57% from the year before. Some of those closures included 718 Family Dollar stores, more than 1,000 Walgreens and CVS pharmacies, and nearly 600 Big Lots. Meanwhile, Party City had to shutter its business altogether.
And coming up this weekend on Sunday Night Football, right here on Coast TV, the Minnesota Vikings will take on the Detroit Lions at 7. Tune in for all the action and stay tuned for your hyperlocal news coverage and the snow on Coast TV News after the game. Speaking of the snow, let's take a live look right now. Coming up after the break, one more look at the forecast. Stay with us.
Transform your bathroom from ordinary to stunning in a snap with Shower Glass. At Shower Glass, we provide fast turnaround time, professional installation, and a lifetime warranty. Our pricing is competitive. We don't need a copy of someone else's quote to get you the best possible price. Now you can replace your curtain with a semi-frameless shower door starting at $13.50. Shower Glass, it's all we do. Visit showerglassdoors.net to schedule your free consultation.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
I've built a community, I've built a home here, and it's not pack up boxes every 3 years. It's a space that I'm invested in, my husband's invested in, and it really makes it just feel special. The stories that we cover every day, we also live every single day. So the stories that we tell are the ones that also impact us. We speak with people at the grocery store, our neighbors, our colleagues, our friends. We're all in this together.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home. Stay ahead of our ever-changing coastal climate with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Team. From the early morning to the late evening, our team is always at work to deliver the accurate forecasts you need. Whether bracing for a stormy day or enjoying a peaceful indoor moment, we're here to ensure you're fully prepared for Delmarva's diverse weather patterns. The Coast TV First Alert Weather Team. With us, the weather is more than a forecast. It's a part of life.
Step into the spotlight and join Coast Life, where every day is fun, fresh, and full of energy. We're searching for a vibrant co-host to bring style, personality, and excitement to our daily lifestyle show. From fashion and entertainment to home decor and seasonal trends, you'll connect with viewers and make every moment unforgettable. Think you're ready to shine? Apply now at drapermediajobs.com and show us what you've got. We are an equal opportunity employer.
Well, our Friday will be cloudy and cold with evening rain and snow showers as an Arctic front really plows through the area, and we could see up to a coating tomorrow night. You can get your forecast anytime by dialing our First Alert weather phone, and then a bitterly cold weekend, and then the heavy snow builds in Sunday night through Monday. And then that snow will end likely by Monday evening, but it doesn't warm up much behind that storm system. We see highs struggling to get above freezing for most of next week.
Yeah, it doesn't look fun, Chris. Thank you. And thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.